Hi, patrons. Thanks for joining me for the very first monthly debriefing. It is October 2nd, 2018. And if you're watching this, you are probably one of my patrons. So, thank you very much for joining. Also, welcome to any new patrons who may have discovered my QR code. That's right, I've gotten a QR code. I am currently in the process of making business cards to hand to folks who would like to have basically find out who I am via business card. Maybe we talked on the street or something like that, and I was like, hey, I'm writing a book, and you were like, oh, hey, that's cool, I'm interested. And I was like, oh, here's a business card, check me out. And you came, and you became a patron, and thank you. I greatly appreciate it. So that said, what is new? Because this is the very first monthly debriefing video that I'm making. So, again, I apologize for the quality. It's a work in progress. One of these days I'm hoping to get a better camera, better video editing software, so that way when I put these things together, it'll be a little bit higher quality, better microphone, you'll be able to hear me better and everything like that. So, okay, what's new, what's going on? Well, first of all, the first big news is probably that I have decided that the first book is actually not going to be a single story. It's actually going to be two stories. So, what does that mean? That means that when you get the book, you're going to get two stories of the adventures, the chronicles of Mocto Argentum, of Jack and Turk. And so, the reason why I decided to do that was because I found that with the first book, with the first story, I should say, with Lights Out, it seems that I feel like if I add any more to the story as it is, I am going to just be padding it out. I'm just going to be padding it out to make a word count. And I don't want to do that. I mean, I realize I'm not exactly the highest quality writer to begin with, if people consider me to be on par with, say, the Twilight series or 50 Shades of Grey, I would be happy with that. I would be like, you know what? I can live with that. Thank you. If you consider me to be a better writer, then, hey, you rock on. I'm all for it. But I don't want to hold myself to a certain, to below any certain standard. I want to make sure that what I am producing is the highest quality writing that I can do. And that's important to me, because I want to be giving quality product to my readers, my patrons, of course, included. So that said, the first book is going to be two stories in one. Now, the first story is a pretty standard adventure. It's I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail because it's pretty much already written. At this point, I'm just posting the actual chapters as they come out. But as they're edited, so that way their quality. But the actual second story has not been written. Right now, I am toying with two ideas. So that said, I need your opinion on this. I would like for you to tell me, do you think for the second book, I need a theme. I'm toying with two themes. Is Jack and Turk going to have to deal with a swarm of Pokemon, or are they going to guard a K-pop band? Yes, these are the two themes I'm toying with. I would like to know what you think the second story should be. Because, like I said, the first story is going to be pretty standard sci-fi action adventure fare. Second story is going to be more of that, but I wanted a little bit more of a theme to it. The second story is also going to be introducing a new supporting character, who I am going to not reveal here. That supporting character will be revealed as time goes on. That person is also not appearing in the first story, but they will appear in the second story. Okay? So, and I will say this much. I have it in my head that the new character will work better with the Pokemon theme. I'll give you a little bit of hint. Little. That's a very, very, very small hint as to who that character is. But, long and short, either way, whichever one we wind up going with, it is going to be introduced in the second story. Now, moving right along, I am, as some of the new content that is coming out exclusively for my patrons, I am working on some concept art. Specifically, I am working on a profile that will appear on my patron page that will showcase Jack as a character. You'll be able to get to know who Jack Gunnar is as a character, what drives him, what makes him tick. You're going to find out a whole lot of stuff about him, because this is the material. This is basically going to be the profile that I use to basically write Jack as a character. When I am writing dialogue for him or deciding what his next action is going to be or something like that, this is the profile that I'm going to refer to. I'm just going to basically clean it up and make it presentable for you, the patrons, to enjoy. And then, on top of that, I am going to take the artwork that I created for it, and I am going to turn it into a poster. Now, that poster is going to be made available to new patrons or patrons who decide to bump up a tier coming in towards the end of October. So I will probably announce the contest right around the middle of the month. Or it's not so much a contest as it is a campaign. I'm just basically, I would like to attract new patrons, and I would like to give incentive for my current patrons to continue to support me, and possibly even increase their support. So, the poster campaign is basically, you're going to, if you are currently at the $10 patron level, and you at the time of this, you will automatically be getting a poster. People who increase to the $5 will also get a poster. People who go from $5 to $10 also get a poster, and you're going to be in the running for a contest to actually get the original artwork that I am currently working on, that I will be using to create this poster. So I will, of course, all the $10 level posters are going to be hand signed by me, and all of the patrons who are signed up once we begin this campaign at the $10 level will be in the running to receive the original artwork. $5 memberships that that join once I begin the campaign, and I've yet to give it an official start date. All right, I want to make sure that I'm at a certain level before I do that. So long and short, yeah, poster campaign coming, and oh yes, let's see if you guys can see. This is the work in progress as it stands right now. Quick glimpse, and you'll be seeing more of that in the coming days. Finally, I just want to again thank you all for being my patron, and in the coming days, it's going to be very important that we increase the number of patrons that I have. I have these goals that I need to meet, so that way I can get the time to write. That way I can put out decent quality, and I'm not thinking about, oh God, I gotta go do my second job today. So, your support is incredibly important to me, and incredibly appreciated. And as the months and weeks and days go by, I hope that you, the patrons, will also feel that I am showing that appreciation. All right. So please let your friends and family know about my Patreon page, and invite them to become a patron as well. Even if it's just for a short time. Every little bit of support that I have will go a long way to helping me. So, yeah, thank you. And you'll be seeing more soon. All right. Feel free to leave comments, and remember, I need to know what your opinion is. K-pop or Pokemon? Of course, it's going to be tongue-in-cheek humor. So, we'll see how it goes. Thank you again, and see you on the internet. Bye-bye.